here.
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite agent of chaos's favorite nerd, and today we are looking at the SH Figuarts Joker. And I got some pretty major issues with this fella. But let's not blow this out of proportion. It would... supposed to be grenades and stuff in there. And in order to talk about those issues, we have to first talk about accessories. So, rightfully so, he comes with a fair share of weaponry. We have this like rocket launcher bit. We have the rocket itself painted, this bit here painted, the rest is black. It's sculpted well enough, but I could have used a little bit more love in the paint of this, to be fair. Then we have this, which isn't painted at all. No dry brushing, no nothing, just black plastic. And then we have the knife, which he likes to use because the guns are too quick. And that is painted. It looks like both. And actually, I think the black is cast and then the silver is painted. And then we have a Joker playing card. It looks good. It's well done enough, but you know, it's very small and tiny, so be careful. But it is. I'm always impressed when they do these playing cards. Like Play Arts has done great ones. Figuarts has done great ones in the past, so we have one of those. And then we have two alternate faces, this one being the obvious best one. This one looking very strange. You know, the Heath Ledger face is a difficult thing to get right. This one does a really good job. It's a little glossy from the digital paint and stuff, but I still think it's really well executed. This one doesn't look like him at all. And then the one he comes stock with looks a little weird and funky as well. So we'll talk about the detailings when we get to the figure, but at least it comes with one viable option, at least in my opinion. And of course, per usual, a wide array of hands. Two relaxed posing hands. Two hands that are like gestury, maybe pointing, maybe making a finger gun. Two knife holding hands, which work just fine to hold the actual knife, as you can see. Two trigger finger hands, both of which work well, as you can see, and two card holding hands, which work okay. It's not the best, but it's fine. It'll do, but it leaves a little bit to be desired. And now let's talk about the figure. We'll do a close-up of this head sculpt if it'll focus. Yeah, there's something wrong there. I don't know if it's in the eyes. Like, one's obviously wider than the other, but I think the face is a little too wide. There's something wrong there. Paint-wise, though, it looks great. We have white paint, and it's over top of the flesh paint, so just like the makeup. And then we have the black, we have the digital paint added to the eyes and stuff, and then we have the red across the face, which I think might be digital as well. It looks really good. In order to swap out the faces, you just pull apart from here. We'll take a look at that now so you can take a look at the articulation. So it's basically a double ball peg. You don't get a whole lot out of it. I'm going to go ahead and use the face that I'm going to keep on the figure while I'm here. The seam is fine, I think. You know, it's a tricky bit of business. But, I don't know. This isn't great either, to be honest. But it's better. And then we have a ball peg from the neck into the chest. The hair has a heavy, glossy wash, which looks good. So you get a fair amount of articulation, but it's mainly all in the neck. The only thing you get really out of the head is the swivel, so that's kind of a bummer. Moving down, and we'll back out a taste now. We have this soft plastic cloak, trench coat. It has like this metallic orange paint on the inside, which is very movie accurate and looks awesome. And then we have this bit in here. It's all like this. I think this is a dot matrix paint for the shirt. That looks perfect. The tie looks great. Double ball peg from the chest into the abdomen, which you don't get a whole lot of due to the coat, but at least it gets you everything you could want within the coat. And then it feels like another double from the abdomen into the pelvis, so same type of deal. The shoulders are on ball hinges, and you can get them up, it's just not the prettiest. And then they go to ball pegs inside the coat. Unfortunately, in a relaxed pose, it does have this gap, and it's the same on the other side. You can kind of shove them up in there, but this one especially doesn't sit as well as this one. Then we have no bicep swivel. You do get it at the elbow, and you get the elbow hinge, which gets you past 90 degrees. The wrists are on typical Play Arts wrists, and you have two fists here in case you were curious. Moving down, we have, I think these are drop downs. Maybe not. No, maybe they're not. So they're not, but you do get a great articulation with them all the way out to there, out to the side to there, so no issues there. And then there's a thigh swivel built around it, nice wrinkles in the pants. Single hinge knee, which isn't the best, but it's not the worst either. It's hard to make pants work. And then we have, feels like a ball hinge from the foot into the ankle, so that'll swivel. You get the hinge. You get a rocker out of it too, so it might be the way that it pegs into the shoe. The shoes are sculpted well, and the bottom of the soles are painted. And then you have a toe hinge as well, and you have the knife boots, which is pretty cool. And you have that on both sides. Nice little added bit of business, and they're painted. And then I'll show you the figure from the back here in just a second. From the back, I think it looks better from the front, and that's a bummer. So there's a lot. There's not a lot wrong here. Unfortunately, the things that are wrong here are pretty important. Size comparison wise, there he is with Batman, and I think that looks pretty good. Final thoughts wise, it's weird. It's a weird Figuarts release, man. The sculpt is not great. They usually knock sculpts out of the park. It's not great. The paint is not great, especially on the face. The rest of the figure's fine paint wise. The materials feel good. The articulation isn't great. The presence is kind of off. Like, it's just not the best. Look, I think there's plenty of cool stuff about it. I had fun posing it, like you'll see in the pictures, like especially him like jumping with the rocket launcher. Like, I had fun posing it. I had fun messing with it. It does have some really good articulation. It's just not what I'm used to with the Figuarts standard. I think the accessories are great. You get plenty of hands, plenty of options, but it's not a great release. And I'm not going to recommend it. Not right now. I think it's worth seeing what this Mafex new release does. The Mafex sculpt looks better, at least for the face. And with the Shore Trooper and Death Trooper that I looked at recently, I still have to look at the Mafex Harley. I'll be doing that here shortly. I'm a little bit optimistic about it. I'm trying not to get too excited, but yeah, this is a weird thing for me. This is me not recommending a Figuarts to you. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.